everyone, greetings and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the very first video about studying in Lithuania. Now, the very first or previous one which I made was just like the introduction to the series of videos, and it basically gave an overview of the entire process and accompanied with a little word of advice about how to go about this process. So this actually marks the first video about the whole process of studying in Lithuania, and this one is captured how to get admission in universities in Lithuania. Now, this is the very first step. Normally, if you want to study abroad, you must make sure that you are admitted in an institution abroad. So, what is the process of you getting admission in a higher institute, that is a university abroad? Now, this is a time where you need to make good use of your Google search engine. Now, you go to Google and you search universities in Lithuania offering admission. Just type in some words and Google will bring you results. Now, there are a lot of universities here in Lithuania that offers programs in English language. You are taught in English, both at the bachelor's, master's, or even the PhD level. So when you go to your search engine, you search, there are a lot of universities at the capital, which is Vilnius, and in other cities in Lithuania like Klaipėda or Kaunas or Alytus, many of them. Now, when you search, there are also criteria for you to check for the requirements based on the level that you want to study, whether it's master's or PhD or bachelor's. You check all these things. You can equally check what the fees, that is, the strategic one, because with that one you start budgeting yourself, like how much you have to pay and all that. Now, also note that once you have checked all of these and you find the one that suits you, what do? Start applying. And normally when you're applying for any university abroad, you must make sure that you have the application fee to pay. And in Lithuania, the application fee for any university is always 100 euros. Now that may be around 60 something thousand, maybe 63 or 64,000 depending on the exchange rate, but it should range about 60 something thousand. Maximum should be 67. Minimum should be like maybe 61, but it's all based on the exchange rate. So now the fastest way for you to make this payment for the application fee is by credit card. Reason being that when you do that by credit card, they receive the payment instantly and your application is validated. Now, so the whole process goes like you search for a university. When you see a university that attracts you based on the program that you've seen there, you rush to the application level. Now, when you're applying based on your level, you must make sure that you have all the required documents in soft copy, because when you're applying, there will be a stage in the application process where you need to upload the soft copies of the documents. Somebody who is going for something like master's, you must make sure that your bachelor's has been scanned, the transcript at the bachelor's level has been scanned, your advanced level and ordinary level too, and their transcripts have been scanned. Maybe a motivational letter, maybe a CV, because normally when you're going for masters, it is believed that you must have had some working experience after your bachelor's, but if you don't have a CV, no problem. It shows that you just want to continue immediately after your bachelor's, so you're still eligible. No CV, no problem. No motivational letter too as well. However, there could be a motivation letter for you to explain your reasons why you want to really study in this university, like what is motivating you to want to study in this university. So that one, and then maybe there might be some other documents based on the university requirements. So normally you must have seen all of this, and then you prepare them in advance and then come back and apply. Now, like I said, you must make sure that when you're paying the application fee, it should be in the form of a credit card. So when you do this, it goes faster. That is, after you fill all the necessary information like your name, your date of birth, email address, your maybe academic history and all stuff, and then upload the documents. The last stage is always where you have to pay, and they have the various means of payment. Some take other means, but these means might take longer, like when you pay through bank transfer or maybe through money order or stuff like that. Now this one's take very long. So I always advise that you use a credit card. Now I know the credit card payment system is not really that effective in Cameroon, so I'll always urge you guys to use virtual credit cards in such a situation. A very good app that will be highly recommended in such a case is the Bitseeker. Now, Bitseeker is an app that permits you to create virtual credit cards, unlimited virtual credit cards. You can create as many as possible. Now, with this app, when you get your credit card, all you need to do is to recharge it. And with Bitseeker, you can recharge your credit cards in various forms, whether with Bitcoin, whether with MTN mobile money, whether with Orange mobile money, even with Express Union mobile money, and so forth. So all you need to do is you check the equivalence of 100 euros to franc CFA, and then you recharge your virtual credit card. Now, the money in the credit card is always in dollars. So normally you are going to be paying your application fee in euros. So normally you need to make sure that you have like maybe 70,000 francs in the virtual credit card. That will give you about 100 and something dollars, which might be more than the 100 euros. So it's always good to have above the amount. Now, once you have that, what's the next thing? When it's time for you to pay, you put the details of the virtual credit card in the payment section, and then it's validated. So please, you guys check out the Bitseeker, Bitska, Bitseeker. It's on Play Store. So once that is done, what happens? Your application is forwarded straight to the university. Now it is going to take like maybe 1 month, maximum 1 month, for them to review your documents. Now, for those going maybe for master's or PhD, it is usually a process, after you've applied, and this is how it goes. When they are reviewing your documents, some universities might ask you to talk to your university where you did your bachelor's. I'm talking about those who are going for master's, PhD, and stuff like that. If you're going for master's, for example, some universities here in Lithuania may ask you to communicate your university where you did bachelor's, and then tell them to forward maybe a copy of your transcript directly from the university to the one you are applying for in Lithuania. All right, so they may do that. So normally you need to be in expectant of all of these. Sometimes they may even ask that you send them maybe a hard copy of your transcript by post. You need to be ready for all this. Money involved, So be ready for all that. There are, for those who maybe graduated from University of Boya, there's the transcript office. They do all these things. They are already aware of such situations. So when something like that comes up, you simply need to just go there and then explain the situation. Normally there will be a charge for that, so you pay for it. Now they are going to use the University of Boya official email address, and then print your transcript and forward straight to the email of the university, which you have to provide to them. So normally all of these are expected. So once that is done, all you need to do is just relax and be waiting for their feedback. In about 1 month max, then you might get a feedback, and when you check your email, if it's good, then that will take you now to the very next process, which is about paying the tuition fee. Now tuition fee is also that element that actually certifies you as a student in the university abroad. So it is only after you paid or made payment for that you will now be redirected to the process of the visa. And it is always advised that you have the fee ready, so that when the notice or the result of the admission process comes out as positive, then you just pay at once. You can pay by bank transfer. They have all these things ready. They have various payment means through which you can forward the money, and then it goes to them. So just make sure you have the equivalent of the money, and then when it's time to pay, you make the payment, and that will be it. Now it is a very simple process that you don't need to go through any other person. You can do this on your own, or maybe with the family. You don't need to involve any traveling agent or traveling agency or whatever. So This is just the first part that is all about getting admission. In case you have some kind of questions or you didn't understand something, you can drop it in the comment section and I'll be there to reply you and clear any doubt that you may have. So this first part is just about you getting admission. So you start by first of all searching for university. When you're searching, you should take note of various elements like what you want to study, the level you want to study. If the university has it, then fine. Then you now proceed to check on the requirements for that particular program. Do you have them? Can you have them? Okay. After that, you check on the fee, the big one. You check on that. Is it suitable for you? If it is, then fine. You now proceed with the application. Like I said, before you do that, make sure that all the requirements you saw, you have them ready in soft copy, so that once you're applying online, there will be a space for you to upload the documents. Then you do that and you're good to go. After that, you pay the application fee. Make sure you check out the Bitsica app on Play Store, so that will make the payment of the application fee very easy for you. Now once that is done, you just relax and be waiting, and do make sure that your tuition fee, which which you saw on the platform, you have it ready, so that if the result of the admission comes out positive, then you just make the payment and you're good to go. All right, so the next thing that is going to come up will be about the visa procedure to Lithuania. All right, so guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, just hit that subscription button there. And like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment and I'll be there to reply. Thank you. See you on the next video.